I'm a Georgia Bulldog, pride you can see in my eyes. Stand tall, yeah, we working through the night. G-A, that's right.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Dawg House Monday Night Talk Show, man. How's everybody doing? Is everybody's Monday been fine? Mine has been pretty good, man. I got the tap in line for anybody that's want to tap in, 803-563-7193, where you can air your grievance, talk about what just happened in week 13. We are now going into week 14. Now, everybody already know that's over here at the Dawg House. We are Georgia Bulldog fans, so we already know Georgia handled business against Charlotte 35-3. Then you had number 1 Ohio State beats unranked Rutgers 42-9. Number 3 Texas A&M beats Samford 48-0. You also had number 7 Oregon beat number 15 USC 42-27. Somebody's already tapping in, but let me finish up right now. Tap in a little later. Then you had number 8 Oklahoma beats number 22 Mizzou 17-6. You had number 9 Notre Dame beats Syracuse, man. Unranked Syracuse 70-7. My thing is with that one, when I saw that, I said, well, damn, when do you take your damn starters out? Like, there's no way you beat this team 70-7 without, with the backups in. I don't see that. But, I mean, maybe they did have their backups in. Anyway, man, you got number 10 beat East Illinois. Number 10 Alabama beat East Illinois 56-0. Then you got number 11 BYU beats unranked Cincinnati 26-14. You got number 12 Utah beats Kansas State 51-47. You got number 13 Miami beats Virginia Tech, unranked Virginia Tech 34-17. You got number 14 Vanderbilt beats unranked Kentucky 45-17. Number 16 Georgia Tech beat unranked Pitt beat Georgia Tech 42-28. If y'all didn't know, most of y'all do know. All right, number 17, Texas beat unranked Arkansas 52-37. Number 16, Michigan beat unranked Maryland 45-20. Tennessee handled business against Florida, which we all knew that was going to happen. Number 20, Tennessee beats unranked Florida 31-11. Number 21, Illinois beats unranked. Damn, I keep getting this mixed up. So Wisconsin, unranked Wisconsin beats number 21 Illinois 27-10. Then you got unranked TCU beats number 23 Houston 17-14. Number 24 Tulane beats Temple 37-13. Then you got lastly, you got number 25 Arizona State beat unranked Colorado 42-17, man. So yeah, that is week 3's wins and damn losses. What's going on with everybody in the chat, man? Y'all make sure them thumbs is up, man. I know somebody was probably calling in. That probably was Jared. If you still in the live, man, make sure you let me at least get through the scores first before you call in. Whoever that was calling in, make sure you let me get through the scores first, and then call in, man. Somebody else got arrested. Yeah, I saw that, but I saw that also. It's all gravy. For I think it was it was traffic stuff like racing or something like that. I don't know what's going on with that situation, but whoever's calling in, let me get set up. I'll get you in a minute. I'll get you. Whoever this is calling in, hold on just a second. I don't know. It's not showing up. Whoever that is calling, call back in, man. I don't know why it's not letting me pick up. Call back in. I know it's probably something on my end. But Georgia Tech gonna do what Georgia Tech ain't gonna do nothing. He was fleeing too tired of these young dumb man. We don't need distraction, man. Yeah, man. They haven't learned. Yeah, man, it's sad, man. It's sad to see these guys, consistently going through this. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if that's the culture in Athens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say Georgia, the University of Georgia, because I know the University of Georgia does not condone all of this racing and all that. So it's got to be something going on within Athens. That's what I think. It's probably somewhat the culture in Athens. I'm not sure though, because I'm only hearing Georgia players that's been involved in these situations, so I'm not necessarily sure what it is. Gambling addictions, yeah, man. When you got these young kids with this money, you give a young kid money, what you think he gonna do? He gonna try to, gamble it away or spend it. So that's just normally what happens though when you give young kids a good bit of little money, more than what they actually had. But whoever that was calling in, man, try to call in again, man. I'm not trying to not answer your calls, but something was going on. I don't know really what it is or what was happening. But try to call in again, and I'll see if we can get it answered. But anyway, yeah, man. So we went down. We didn't go down, but we handled business against Charlotte. We all knew that it was going to happen. Everybody looked pretty good. Gunnar Stockton obviously looked pretty good. I think the biggest name that a lot of people was talking about is Bo Walker, because I think he scored 3 touchdowns in this game. So, he's looking very promising. I mean, obviously it was against a lesser defense. You know what I mean? The Charlotte's defense is not that good, but at the end of the day, he still looked pretty good being a freshman out there, getting those touchdowns and gaining that experience and just doing what he should be doing as a freshman. So kudos to him and shout out to Bo Walker for handling the business. Everybody looks pretty good, though. Everything looks good. The offense, I can't really say much about the offense right now because they have looked a whole lot better this portion of the season. The defense is starting to look a whole lot better this portion of the season, too. I don't know, man. I don't think Georgia Tech has what it takes to beat Georgia at this point in the season. Oh, somebody's calling. All right, let me see if it's gonna go through now. All right, there it is. Yo.
Jared.
Yo, what's up, Jared? Hey, we got Jared on the line. Nothing much, man. We got Jared on the line, man. Y'all give him a round of applause. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Yeah, I can definitely hear you.
Okay, hold on, me driving.
Oh, okay. Take your time, man.
I was thinking about the Georgia game and how Georgia Tech basically lost all the momentum they had.
You said
all
lost?
The momentum they had going into the Pitt game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think they're going to be.
Say it again.
I don't think. Hold up.
Yeah, you breaking up real bad, man.
I don't think they're beating Georgia. I don't think, especially the way they lost to Pitt and how they've been struggling how they've been getting wins, like with Boston College, and then the loss before that to NC State. I don't.
No.
Season put because they're going to use the team's legs, and will probably struggle with the run.
Yeah, Jerry, you're gonna have to try to call back in, man. We can't really hear you, man. I don't want to mess up what we got going on. So try to call back in when your service is good, man. Yeah, man. But appreciate Jared for calling in, man. But you got to call back in whenever you kind of, under some Wi-Fi, man, so we can kind of chop it up. I'd love to hear what you had to say about Georgia Tech. But my thing is with Georgia Tech, man, at the end of the day, maybe early in the season, Georgia Tech probably would have had a better chance of beating Georgia early in the season. But at this point in the season, I just don't see it happening. It may turn out to be a close game. You know what I mean? But they just got beat by Pitt, and if you let Pitt beat you, you know Georgia's going to do their thing. So my thing is, it's going to start out close. I think in the beginning, who knows? Gonna start. They might have a hell of a damn day, and pull. You know what I mean? Gonna start. They might be out there throwing for 3 or 4 touchdowns. We just never know. I always say that this team is unpredictable, and that's what makes this team. They are unpredictable because you may get a game where the offense does well and the defense don't do well. Then you might get a game like with Ole Miss where the offense and the defense does pretty damn good, and it turns out to just be a blowout or something like that. So I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping to see Georgia do well. Obviously, you know what I mean. We done seen them do well for the last portion of this season. So I think everything is going to go good. I think me personally, I think that obviously it's going to be more competition than what they seen last week. But at the end of the day, I still think that Georgia pulls this game off, regardless of how it goes. You already know that this team is pretty disciplined. We look even more disciplined against a team like Charlotte, but it's kind of hard to be disciplined against a stronger opponent. So, I think that that's all we got to do is be disciplined. You know what I mean? Ground it out. I don't know if this defense could stop Georgia's run game. Obviously, our run game has stepped up, tremendously. We got guys that we can rotate in and out, young guys. I don't know if he's going to run with Bo Walker so much in the first half or whatever. But, if it's me, I would. If it's me, I'd try him out, just to see what he can do. But at the same time, you don't want to risk, future injuries or nothing like that. So I probably would wait until like the second half to kind of see how the game turns out before I go ahead and throw him in. But the way Nate Frazier is out there running, and the way, Noah Thomas is trying to get back in the mix, and everybody else, London Humphreys, hopefully we can see, Dylan Bell, because, at this point we're going to have to start spreading it out to different players. And having a go-to is good, right? But at the same time, when you have talented guys like Branch, and which we know Branch is going to do his thing, but I still would like to see that ball get spread it out a lot more. You know what I mean? He's been doing that though. He's definitely been doing that. So, it's at least 3 to 4 receivers going to get a touch every game. And, so that's a good thing for us. Me personally, I don't see anything about Georgia Tech that says, oh, we got something to worry about. I think in the beginning of the season, for me, it was only Haynes King legs. Like, it wasn't really nothing else that I felt that this team had that was scaring me. I just thought that this team need to get it all together before we eventually play teams like this. And I think that's what we've done. You know what I mean? I think we've gotten it pretty much, in my opinion, when it comes to being complete. I think we're at least about, I'll say about 70% complete. I'll say about 70%. And I only say 70 because, the defense, you know what I mean? We are getting better on defense. You see Ellis Robinson getting better, KJ Bolden, and a lot of these guys. I even seen when KJ Bolden, one of the KJ Bolden's last tackles, where you can tell he's trying to not lead with his helmet, and you know what I mean? So you can see that these guys are learning, and that's what I talked about in the last live also, how these guys are actually learning, right in front of our eyes. They're growing right in front of our eyes, and that's exactly what I see from this team. So my thing is, I'm proud about that. I'm glad about that. I'm even more glad to see what we're going to do to finish out this season. If we, play for a title. Even if we don't, man, I'm still excited that we were able to see this team, because normally you don't get to see Georgia, Georgia's guys grow right there in front of your eyes. But with this season, this was definitely a growing season, and we actually got to see it from start to finish, right? So it shows up. It's not like this team got any worse. I feel like this team actually got a lot better. You know what I mean? They're not perfect. Obviously, like I said, I give it 70%. You know what I mean? They're probably 70% overall on both sides of the ball. But for the most part, they've gotten a lot better, man, from the beginning of the season to now. So I'm I'm excited to see how this season end out, and I'm also excited to see this 2026 season because I know that's going to be probably a little more dominant season than this season was. And like I say, I gotta always add this in because I don't want nobody coming back on the channel in the comment section like you said this, you said nah. I'm gonna be specific with it. I believe that 26 will be way more dominant if everybody comes back and nobody transfers out. If that's the case, this team will be way more dominant than it was this season. I do believe that if everybody comes back and nobody transfer out, we're going to be good because obviously, the winter cycle opens up in January. So therefore, we're going to get guys in the transfer portal. And you know how Kirby does, man. Kirby know how to pick them. So, and Glenn Schumann, the rest of those guys. So I gotta give them credit too because we gave Glenn Schumann a lot of flack, and I think it was deserved. You know what I mean? I don't feel like he didn't deserve the flack we was giving him, but it was deserved. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I got to give him credit also with helping with, getting guys in, the right transfers, because I'm pretty sure that Kirby Smart is working with him hand in hand to figure out who's going to fit on that defense side of the ball when it comes to looking into the transfer portal. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. What's going on in the chat? Talking about Tech, I'm impressed with Georgia, how they keep competing and got better. I had low expectations in the first half of the season as well. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that, Mac. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't let none of these fans tell you that it was something wrong with having low expectations in the beginning of the season because we just judging week to week of what we seen. It was so unpredictable. Like I'm gonna keep saying, it was very unpredictable, but now it seemed like it's starting to come together. Guys are starting to learn because they're getting that experience that they need, right? So you can easily try to say that, oh, you knew that Georgia was going to turn out the way. Nobody knew. All we knew is that we had a brand new quarterback, a lot of brand new guys on the defense side of the ball. You know what I mean? Nobody knew how this thing was going to turn out, right? So that's my things. You got to wait until pretty much the end of the season to see how, or towards the end of the season, to see how a team is going to end up, because you could either get better or you could get worse. And I just feel like Georgia has gotten better. Like I said, 26 will be the season where I'll be most excited about. I'm excited about this too. I'm excited about getting into the playoffs. I'm excited about, playing for a national championship also with this season. But at the end of the day, I just know that for next, I'm always thinking about the future. I'm never stuck in the present time. I'm always thinking about the future because I know that, we just got to continue to recruit. We got to continue to get guys in there that's going to, if we don't get it this season, try to get it the next. So we always got to continue to recruit. Like I say, transfer portal opens up. We're going to get a couple of guys in there, a couple of guys that fit. I'm sure Kirby Smart and Glenn Schumann and the guys on the defense side is, putting their heads together on who they think may be, potentially good for the defense side of the ball. And I am ready for that. I'm ready to see my defense get back to what we used to seeing. It seemed like the offense is trying to, you know what I mean? So all we need is the defense to do so. And I'm definitely expecting Kirby Smart to get somebody out of the portal when it comes to those receivers also. I think, why not? You got Dylan Bell getting ready to go. You got Noah Thomas getting ready to go. So you're going to need to make sure you get somebody out of that transfer portal also on that offense side of the ball too. To be honest, I feel strong about making it to the Natty. I do also, Mac. I'm not going to lie to you. I do feel like we got a strong chance of making it and probably winning it. I think so. We just got to continue to grind because at this point, to be honest, I don't feel that Ohio State is the number one team in the country. I actually think Texas A&M should be the number one team in the country. But at the same time, that I'm not the committee, so I can't make those decisions. But at the same time, I know for a fact that Georgia is damn ready for either one of those teams, and I'm ready to see it. Like I said, I don't hide from no smoke. I know my Georgia team didn't look the best early in the season, but I see that they are prepared to run up against whomever. So it is what it is, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And like we need either Alabama or Texas A&M to lose if we're gonna get in that SEC championship also. So one of those teams need to lose. You know, I don't think it will be. I don't think it's gonna be Bama. So I'm gonna lean towards Texas A&M, even though I feel like I don't believe Arch is gonna beat Texas A&M. But man, it could happen. Who knows? Man, if we can get the win this year and come back next year, even better team. Oh my God, yeah, man. Like, hey, man, listen, man. At the end of the day, I'm one of those type of people where I know that this team is being coached very well. And yeah, I second guess the coaching at times too, but at the same time, the team is being coached. We see the results. You know what I mean? We're down to the last week of the regular schedule, and we see the results of what coaching has done. You know, I did criticize coaching real big time. I did on my channel. You know, I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna critique everybody at this point. You know, these are my dogs, and I expect greatness, so I'm a critique. But at the end of the day, I do feel like these guys are being coached up to be another, like Mundo be saying, a dynasty. You know what I mean? I feel like Bama gonna lose to Auburn. Man, who knows, man? Who knows? Don't Auburn got a backup quarterback now that's in right now? Look like he utilizing his legs. I can see that. I don't know how well of a thrower he is, but it's gonna take a lot to beat Bama, honestly. You know what I mean? Bama still got the tools, even though they don't have a very good run game. They still have the tools to win, because outside of them having a run game, they still been able to win games. Like, so, you know, I know a lot of people hoping for Bama's downfall, especially Georgia fans, but at the end of the day, man, Bama's still decent. They still are the, you know what I mean? Even with recruitment, man, if you look at recruitment, Bama is the they rank number 2 in recruitment for the class of 26. So we're at number 3, you know what I mean? And I think, like I said earlier, USC is number 1. They rank number 1 for the recruiting class of 26. But that can also change too, because, you know, we constantly recruiting. Guys are going to be flipping and whatever the case may be. So that number could also change, which that don't really matter, but at the same time, in a sense, it does. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the times that we did have that number 1 spot, you know what I mean, with recruitment, we won a national championship. Like, so at the end of the day, I'm not saying that really matters, because to me, coaching is what really matters the most. But you still want to get those top recruits, man. That's where the talent at. You know what I mean? 225 girl, go Dogs, man. Shout out 225 girl dropping off in the line. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. You know what I mean? To keep me in the algorithm. Y'all been doing real good with that, man. I appreciate everybody for, you know what I'm saying, supporting the channel continuously, man. You know how we do over here. I got to show love to y'all, you know. But yeah, I had to get Jared off the line, man, because he was breaking up real bad, man. Apologize for, you know, hanging up on you like that, but I couldn't, you know, have people in the chat or people watching not really hearing what you're saying. And I definitely couldn't hear what you're saying. I don't know if they could, but I definitely couldn't hear. But anybody else want to, you know, tap in, man, hit the line, man, 803-563-7193. Chop it up, air your grievances, talk about what you like, what you didn't like about this past weekend, which I don't think nobody going to have any dislikes. Hank, what it is, man? What's going on, man? But yeah, man, I'm only go for an hour. I try to do an hour show every week. Sometimes it may go a little longer. Let me see who somebody else is calling in. Let me see who this is. It might, hold on.
Call from
Jared.
Okay, this is Jared on the line. Jared is calling back in. What's up, Jared?
Sorry, do I have a better signal now? I was in the middle of, I was like in a bad area.
Yeah. You sound a whole lot better now. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was. Georgia Tech just had a bad game, and they've been having some bad games for the past 3 weeks, and their defense just can't bail them out. I mean, their offense couldn't save them. They had a pick six by Pittsburgh, cashed in them their pick six by Haynes King, and I mean,
yeah, the defense is no good, man. The last 3 weeks you've let every team score at least 30 points on you for the last 3 weeks. So, you know, I'm not concerned with Georgia Tech at all.
111 points total.
See, that's why I say I'm not concerned with them at all.
Yeah.
And look, every team, not to cut you off, but every team that they've played that scored, that they've scored more than 30 points on you, and they also were unranked. So that tells me all I need to know. You know what I mean? I mean, any given Friday, something can happen, but I just don't see it. Just judging based on what we've been seeing these last couple of weeks with Georgia, there's no way Georgia's gonna lose to a team that has gotten beat by unranked teams for the last 3 weeks or for over 30 points. There's no way that's gonna, there's no way that's gonna happen.
Yeah, because this is going to be a high-scoring game, and I think Georgia's going to score a lot of points, and they're going to score probably over 40 on Georgia Tech.
More than likely, yep. If Pitt was able to do it, I don't see why Georgia couldn't. if Pitt done it, you know what I mean? And look, Pitt did it. NC State did it. So, I mean, I don't see why Georgia couldn't do it. The way we've been playing I know it was just Charlotte or whatever, and it's a totally different defense. I get it, but Georgia's been looking good for the last couple of weeks. We've been looking good at the right time. We peaked at the right time. Now, do I think that we're where I would want us to be? Not really, but we're still doing damn good to beat a team like Georgia Tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only negative thing I could say about this past week's game was we only scored the first, second, and third, and no points in the fourth quarter. That's the only negative thing I'll say. But that's because our first string none of our first strings, including our quarterback, wasn't starting.
Right.
Which I gotta feel like we gotta do better with our second strings.
Yeah, well, and
our quarterback.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because I talked about that a lot in that live on how I feel like Kirby needs to do better with taking all of the starters out. I don't think all of the starters need to be taken out. I think that Gunnar Stockton, he was good for the rest of the game, right? But I think that Ryan Puglisi should be able to run with the ones because it's kind of, it's kind of not fair to him, you know what I mean, to be running with the twos, even though he is part of that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I think he'll have some of the same success if he did ran with the ones, but it kind of make it look like he's not all of that because I get people in the chat saying, oh, your boy, he ain't all that, or he ain't this and that. And I'm like, nah, he could be if he had the starting O-line in. He could be a whole lot better if he had those guys in, but that's the only thing I could criticize Kirby Smart with. That's why we didn't score no points in the fourth quarter either.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go professional right now with NFL. I told KB this, and he hung up, and then we talked about it again. So he hung up on me because I was telling you about Eagles not being able to score enough points when it matters. I didn't call him last night. I should have called him, but I didn't. And I'm calling anyway today just to say the Eagles didn't score enough points when it mattered. They didn't score any points in the second half. They lost to the Cowboys because they have no offense. No offense. You watched that game?
No, I didn't even catch it. But I saw KB talking about it, and I meant to watch that game, but I didn't even catch it. I was busy looking. I didn't catch it.
The whole problem is they don't have a legitimate offensive coordinator. I mean, Kellen Moore was the recipe for that offense. And he left to go to the New Orleans Saints. He was with the Cowboys for a number of years, then he went to the Chicago Chargers for 1 year. Then he went to Philadelphia and won that Super Bowl. He did a spectacular job with that offense. It's unrecognizable now. Without Kellen Moore this year to what it is last year is totally different. You can see not having Kellen Moore as the play caller for the OC has made a difference with him not being there.
Right. Ra Indigenous said Georgia Tech defense is not good. GA will crush them. We getting it together on both sides. I watched these young men grow literally week to week. Yep, that's a fact. We have seen these guys.
But I will say I will give Georgia Tech credit for Haynes King. Probably could give us trouble running the ball. That's the only thing I'll give him credit for. He probably, because we have trouble with running quarterbacks, and I will say Haynes King probably will give us trouble running the ball, but the defense shouldn't be an issue because we should score points on them. But Haynes King running the ball we got to figure out how to contain him. We got to figure out how to.
We haven't necessarily had trouble this season, but we have had trouble.
We've had that's because we haven't played. We haven't. Well, we had trouble. We had trouble with Ole Miss with Trinidad.
I mean, yeah. Whenever he decided to take off, yeah, we had a little trouble with him, but he didn't do too much. And I think I don't know. It's something that we're doing on defense that's causing a lot of these mobile quarterbacks not to take off. You know what I mean?
You have to admit every running quarterback Georgia's played, Kirby's had coached with, he's had trouble with for a considerable amount of time. He's coached. He's had trouble with running quarterbacks. Am I wrong?
No. You're not wrong. I just don't think this season we've had a lot of trouble because, like I said before, you started talking. It's. I just feel like it's something that Georgia's doing. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know exactly what Georgia's doing, but it's something that Georgia is doing on defense that's causing a lot of these quarterbacks that are mobile to not try to get out of that pocket, but so much. Now we did see Trinidad move around here and there, but for the most part, most of the quarterbacks that are mobile, like Arch Manning, and you know what I mean, none of those guys really got out of the pocket.
Well, we kind of stole some information from old what's his name, the former head coach of the Gators. What's his name? What's his name again?
The Gators.
That got fired.
To my Hugh, not Hugh Freed. You said the Gators. That's
he got fired.
Okay, what's his name? Billy Napier.
Yeah, Billy Napier. So he was at practice there, so we could basically figure out how Arch Manning was going to play and run the ball. I mean, we figured out everything, and we got information from Billy Napier as a bonus to figure out his methods. I mean. Yeah. I take that as credit. I mean, if everybody hates that, well, I'll say whatever. I mean, we take that as credit because it's not cheating. It's not like what Michigan did, stealing signs. So
right, and Kirby, and I think Kirby could have taken some pointers, but I don't see Kirby Smart as a type of coach that's really trying to get pointers from somebody else. He just got fired. I really don't. I don't see that, but maybe he did get some. I'm not sure. I wasn't there, so But
I guarantee you you're going to take some advice. Who's beaten Texas? I mean, you've beaten them twice, but I mean, you haven't played Arch Manning but one time, and that was him. But that was only like 15 minutes, or no, not even 15 minutes, like 5 minutes.
Right.
And like the first time they played each other in 20.
Call from.
Yeah, hello?
You there?
Yeah, my bad, man. I was.
But that's. I mean, the first time Arch Manning ever took a snap to play against Georgia was when Quinn Ewers was out, and that was for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes or something like that.
Right.
So
right.
So we didn't never really have any experience to play Arch Manning.
Right.
So to get experience from Billy Napier and get advice from him from Kirby is probably helpful, no doubt. So.
Right.
I mean, I would take that. I would definitely take that.
Right. But anyway, man, I appreciate you calling in. I got another call in, and he's trying to get in, so I appreciate you, Jared.
All right. No doubt. All
Go
right,
Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Yo. All right, whoever that was calling in, man, try to call in again. I was trying to get you on. So try to call in again, whoever that was with that Atlanta area code. Make sure you call in, tap in. But yeah, man, Jared, he always comes in, man. That's the regular that comes in and talk about them Georgia Bulldogs and what he feels is going to happen week to week with those Georgia Bulldogs. So we got a caller calling in right now. Let's see who this is.
Call from.
It's Mac.
To accept, press.
Yo, what's up, Mac? We got Mac in the house, man. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. I'm just getting off work.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what's up. What's going on? What's on your mind?
I'll be out here. I do security, man. That's pretty much 12-hour shift. So when I can get some talk to you,
Yeah,
So I've
them
been trying to
12.
find some time to talk to you, man.
I feel you, but them 12 hours is hell, man. I feel you, especially doing security. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, what's
Oh, yeah.
going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, I've been feeling like, man, I feel good, man. I feel good about UGA, man. They,
Yeah.
the one thing I've been noticing with Georgia that I really want to like to speak about was the O line, man. The O line looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
They got so much better, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's gonna be the key to our success in
Yeah.
winning our football games, man.
Yeah, yeah. The O line has definitely stepped up. I mean, everybody seems to pretty much be back. You know, Ernest Green was like the main starter that we were looking for to come back anyway, because he had the most experience. So with him coming back, you know, it just makes it all way, you know, two better. That's why our run game is starting to look a lot better also. You know, so
Yup.
definitely, you know, everything is looking up from here. You know, at this point, like I always say, I don't see nobody that's going to really like beat, like it's going to take a lot for a team to actually beat Georgia. I don't see no team that can actually like dominate Georgia or nothing this season. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen.
But see, tonight the main thing we play all 4 quarters. I noticed we play all 4 quarters. It's literally like when the game coming down to an end, it's like we just like we change up, like we come out and look like we a different team.
That's why I always say we unpredictable. Like the season has been so unpredictable because you don't know what's going to happen. So teams could get tape on us, but you just don't know what Georgia team you're going to see that day. So I kind of like that.
Right.
I kind of like that, even though we fuss about it and we hate it sometimes when the defense don't do well or when the offense don't seem to be scoring as many points. Sometimes we do get frustrated, but I do like it because it does throw other teams off the fact that every week you're going to see a different type of Georgia team. So, you know, do you guys think Jared Susie said, do you guys think Jared Curtis signed with Vanderbilt? I think he probably will, more than likely. I think he will. I'm not sure, but I think he may go ahead and flip to Vanderbilt. That's cool because that's fine with me. I'm not concerned with Jared Curtis like that anyway. Like in the beginning, I was with Jared Curtis. I'm like, oh, he a 5-star #1 quarterback. But now I'm like, okay, you got Gunnar Stockton coming back next season. You got Ryan Puglisi that's getting experience. Even though I feel like he should let him run with the #1 offensive line. But he's getting experience, and you still got Ryan Montgomery. Then you got the, you know, #1 overall prospect in the class of 27. I'm at the 28, but he can reclassify if he wants to 27. So I am not concerned with Jared Curtis.
I've been following the recruiting myself.
Say it again.
I said I've been following that recruiting myself pretty heavy.
Yeah. And that's why I said I'm not concerned with Jared Curtis as much because, you know, a lot of times, you know, people get excited because he is a 5-star and he was the #1, you know, quarterback recruit for the class of 26 or whatever. But you got to understand too that, you know, that don't guarantee us nothing. We didn't win no nationals with no #1 quarterback. You know what I mean? So that don't guarantee us really anything. I think for the most part, you know, I don't want a guy that's got commitment issues anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you got any, and we obviously see that he got some type of commitment issue because he had already committed and decommitted one time before. So if he decommit again, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
so I mean, he decommitted, and then you got what was that other guy that left us? Like he flipped on us. It's another dude. It's a linebacker who flipped on us. Darius Tootle.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad he got out of there.
Yeah, it's a couple of guys that got up out of there, and that's cool because a lot of times we look at it. Some people look at it in so many different. Well, I know that it's so many variables to why guys leave, but people don't look at this a lot. People always say, well, Kirby ain't dropping the bag, or Georgia ain't got no money. Everybody look at that. Oh, this, that, and third with money. But you got to understand too, it's a lot of dogs on that defense side of the ball. So a lot of these guys that commit to Georgia and they realize what type of talent already there, they be like, shit, I'm about to go somewhere else, man. I can't hang. I can't hang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of. Go ahead.
But the ones who be there though, like the ones who stay, the ones who actually commit to Georgia and stay, they them actual Bulldogs, man.
Yeah.
Like they live for the Bulldog.
Right, and it shows. You know, they know that they're getting that development from Georgia. But a lot of guys, you know, they don't talk about it a lot. But a lot of these guys can't handle how difficult it is to play for Georgia. You know, they don't talk about that side of it either. But they've been asking Kirby lately in the press conferences about that. You know, guys saying that it's so difficult or how difficult it is because they run this team like an NFL style type of team. So I'm glad for the guys that do continue to stay with Georgia because that shows the toughness and that shows how bought in to the mission and to the vision that Kirby got going on over there.
Yeah, they definitely bought in. Like you can tell, like it's certain things I can tell with the Georgia team. It's just like I can see like how other teams like how they come out and how they, you know, they different like techniques. Yeah. Like even with the like you notice with the cornerbacks. The cornerbacks, they play a certain way. They don't go outside of nothing where they being taught on how to play.
Right. Exactly. And that sometimes it be a good thing, and sometimes it be like I won't say a bad. I won't say a bad thing because, like on the offense side of the ball, it's the same way. Like Georgia run the team like a machine. Like it ain't no going out there freestyling or none of that. You playing exactly what the plan is. We got a plan for this week, and that's what we sticking with. And I do love that about Georgia, but sometimes I just feel like with the quarterback position, I feel like you should be able to freestyle a little bit more. So that's what make it hard for a lot of dual threat quarterbacks to stay committed at Georgia because they feel like Georgia's system is to be mainly a pocket pass. Well, not necessarily a pocket passer, but for the most part, you know, that's what Georgia's system is to not go outside of what we have set week to week. And I think it's a good thing, though, because like I said, it's running like a machine. And like Mundo said, I talked to Mundo, and he was like, hey, man, we trying to build a dynasty. Like when I put that new video out of the linebacker, Elijah Lil John, that just committed, the 4-star guy that just committed to Georgia. You know, we are literally building a dynasty here at Georgia. The way this team started out and the way they finishing, this thing look good, man. It's looking up. Even if we don't win a national, you know?
Yup. And see, nobody is bigger than the team. That's what it is. I can tell there's nobody bigger than the team.
And you definitely seen it with the 21 and 22 defense. You seen when they had the little segment on ESPN where they was, you know, talking to the guys. I guess like they were all sitting around in the gym and they were all talking about, you know, how the, you know, their relationship and their bond with each other, and it's all about playing for each other. You know what I mean? And knowing, because when you play for each other, you know what he's gonna do. You know what he's gonna do. Even when we, you know, was playing against Bama, and you see how what was his name, Chandon Tindall, when he missed that tackle. And then he turned
and N'Kobe Dean got on his behind.
Got on him. Like we need that, and we're gonna eventually get it. See, right now we don't necessarily have a leader, in my opinion, on the defense. Right now we don't.
Right.
I think
CJ Allen, he seemed like he was emerging.
Yeah. I think he's hopefully he come back, you know, off this little injury. I ain't hearing nothing about no surgery, so I think he's good enough to come back and be 100%. But you know, you never 100% after you get hurt. But you know, I think that CJ would be like the leader. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just ready to see how especially this defense, because we see the offense coming into full. We see the offense. You know, we see that the running backs are doing very well. We see that the wide receivers are doing pretty good, especially Zachariah Branch. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you see your quarterback is getting great experience right now. You see he's turning it out pretty well. I just want to see that defense become the type of defense that we had, because if you got to win that national, man, you got to have a defense. You gotta have a defense.
Have a defense.
You know what I mean? And it showed 21 and 22 how we were dominating everybody when it comes to the defense, man. And you know, this season, I'm not so sure about it, but even if we don't win this season, you know what I mean? I'm hoping for bigger things come next season. We've gotten pretty far this season, so you know, who knows where we'll end up? You know, that ain't how you start; it's how you finish. So,
right.
Yeah.
And you know, Kirby, he said, "Do y'all want to play in the SEC championship?" He stated that basically, he said, "I want to play them all." He said, "I don't matter." That I want to play whatever come in front of me.
Right.
He said, "We get in there, we want to play."
Right. That's a fact, though. That's definitely a fact, because what kind of player are you to be ducking? I mean, it's pointless to be ducking smoke. First of all, you at Georgia, you know what I mean? So even if we could say, well, a player could be like, well, you know, I mean, I understand we at Georgia, but there's no but. It's already a standard set. You know what I mean? Kirby did that. He set the standard at Georgia. You know, we won't be hunting. We're gonna do the hunting. So he set the standard. Now it's a standard with Georgia now. So you can't duck smoke. It ain't no ducking nobody. You know what I mean? From here on out, it's no ducking.
We want all the smoke.
We want it with anybody, win or lose. We want it with anybody, because I mean, we got to go up against, which I don't know who's the best. To be real with you, man, I really don't know.
And to be honest, man, and I don't mean to cut you off, but to be honest, man, we really looking at really could have been undefeated. Right now.
But, yeah, we could have been. You know, the fact that we just couldn't get it done against Bama. But you know, I just feel like, you know, it's just us. This season was just a season for us to try to, you know, get the experience. You know, we know that now. Just looking at the defense now, we know that these guys did not have the experience. You know what I mean? They wasn't working together as they should. You had to try to figure out, put pieces here, put pieces there. All right, let's see what Daniel Harris gonna do. Let's see what Ellis Robinson gonna do. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of pieces that needed to get moved around and also get experience. But now that I think Ellis Robinson is getting and has gotten the experience, he's starting to look a lot better. We ain't fussing about him anymore.
Like Malachi Starks the other night.
Exactly. When he went up and caught that interception. Exactly. So that's why I say, like, he's starting to look like that number one guy nowadays. You know what I mean? But it just took a little experience. I know a lot of us was like, we was called for him to get benched. You know what I'm saying? We tired of looking at him, but it's starting to happen. It's starting to come, you know, and it's not necessarily we jumping the gun. It's more so that we looking for perfection. You know what I mean?
Right. And they came along so fast, like it just seemed like they started to come together and get, like, it's like they start developing within the season, so fluently. But then, I mean, we still got the rest of the season to go, so we're gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it turned out. I mean, it looked like it started coming together mainly in that Ole Miss game. You know, that Ole Miss game. But at the same time, I still seen some things that needed to get cleaned up. And I think it's still some things that need to get cleaned up. But we see them coming together. We see them actually building. You know what I mean? Like you normally don't see teams that's actually building, like, you know, but for us to see it in, you know, firsthand and just really week to week, I'm like, yeah, this team gonna be bad next season, man. Like I say,
yeah, they're gonna be good next year, because I heard it. I heard, like, this is what we got. Like, Georgia, like in the earlier part of the season, I heard you say you was like, this is what we got. Like, this is what we got to work with.
Right,
And
right.
it seemed like after all of that, it was like it wasn't going. I didn't see no change really. I just knew that the defense is what this is what we got on the field, and that's what we had to look forward to for
Right.
right now.
Right. And that's how I felt then, and that's how I feel now. Like that, we got who we got. So we gotta just see what it turns out to be. You know what I mean? And this is where coaching come in. This is where coaching come in, and that's why I feel like next season is gonna be a whole lot better, regardless of the recruitment, because we rank number 3. But either way it go, we still gonna do real good next season because of the guys that we have right now. Like I always
And
say,
with that coaching, when you
go ahead.
go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. No, you good.
Well, yeah, like I hold it too long, but with that coaching, the coaching starting to come together. You can tell Kirby he more cool and collect, and he it seemed like he know what to do in certain moments. It's then you got Bobo. He in his bag.
Big
He look
time.
like he really starting to come into himself.
Right.
Everybody doubting him and everything. All the
Right.
media talking about him.
Everything coming together, that's why I criticize over here at the Doghouse, because I feel like I'm doing it not to hate on my dogs, but I'm hoping that they hear what's going on so that they can fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yup.
I'm
Yup.
like
Cause they
I'm like,
listen, they hear it.
oh yeah. If they don't hear it, the players do. Cause I see them online, especially on Instagram. I see them online all the time, so I know that they hear what's going on, and they try. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of times fans get mad at other, fans being realistic about the team, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why. That's why I do what I do, and only certain dogs can handle me over here at the Doghouse. Most dogs can't handle it, so they go to the other guys, and which is cool. Go where you feel you comfortable at. But over here, I'ma always be realistic, and I'ma always try to give my best take on what's really going on with the dogs, man. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, I appreciate
and that's what
you.
I like about it.
Hey, appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it, because I mean I do it for people that. I do it for people that think logically about the dogs. I don't do it for the so-called dog fans that just because you watched a couple of highlights or you just started watching the dogs, now you want to bet. No, I do it for the guys that actually are looking at the game logically, like week to week. I had something to say week to week about this team. You know what I mean? And everything that I was saying, I was making sure that I was correct about it. I wasn't trying to go overboard with stuff, or I tried to make sure everything was correct on finding information, finding different types of topics to talk about, because a lot of times you go to other places, they just trying to make everything look good, and I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? If it's looking bad, if it's looking bad, I'm gonna say, but shit, guys, it don't look too good. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be real.
Yeah.
You gotta be real.
Why lie to yourself? Like, what's the point of lying? Then they gonna start saying that my channel was clickbait. I go to other channels sometimes, and I could go through the comment section, and they be like, y'all clickbait, and I don't want my channel to look like that. So I just, every time I talk about something, it's real. It ain't like I'm gonna start out, I'm gonna put in the caption, this happened, and I'm gonna start talking about some other stuff. No, I'm gonna give you the real each and every time. But
and you got to support people. Like, you got some real folks that's in the chat, that
yes, sir.
They support
Yes, sir.
by being here when you come live. I try to be here on this live, man, because like you can't find no genuine like channels like that.
No, you
not
ain't.
Not with Dawgg.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find it, because for the most part, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, but you ain't gonna find it, man. It's gonna be very hard to find channels like mine, and this ain't me bragging or being none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a casual dude. You know what I mean? What you say, Mr. Caesar said the casuals gonna call him pessimistic. Yeah, that's what they try to call me. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's hard to find channels like this, right? Because it's so many people that's only on here to try to get get the clicks and try to sell their merch and all of that type of stuff, which I'm cool with you doing that. It is what it is. Get your hustle on. But at the end of the day, when it comes to my dogs, I got to give real intel and real talk. Somebody else is calling in.
Mondo.
My guy Mondo. What's going on with you, player?
What's going on, player? Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Go Dawg. Man, ain't nothing, man. Just in there having this casual talk. It's almost 6:30. I was supposed to only go for an hour, but we could chop it up a buck a little bit. What you got on your mind, man?
Yeah, man. I want to start off with Saturday, man. We did everything correct. I think that was the shortest game that we played since 2010, from what I'm hearing. We did everything right, no injuries. We got in and got out. We sat down a lot of players, and everything was perfect. Now, I'm surprised the media ain't nitpicking about us only scoring 35 points. No one has mentioned that.
No,
nobody.
Yeah, because of how the season going, you can't nitpick us when the rest of the season ain't looking too. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody. The only team that really did something was Notre Dame, and that was uncalled for, scoring 70 points. That was uncalled for. I'm like, well, damn, did you not take your starters out? Cause you know what I mean. Like, I mean, was who they played? What was that team that they played? Syracuse. Is Syracuse that bad to where they took their starters out and put they back up in and still, you know what I mean? But
something going on with Syracuse, man. Something ever since the Clemson game, man. I've noticed, and I'm hearing like little, you know, like there's some divide in the locker room. Something is going on with Syracuse, bro. That anytime a team give up 70 points like that, man, they done gave up.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you scoring 70. Even Kirby don't be trying to score no damn 70 points like that. I didn't watch the game, but I'm like, damn, put your backups in. I mean, ain't no way it could have, like I said before, they could have scored 70 with the backups. So I didn't watch the game. I don't know, but my thing is, you scored 70 points. Goddamn, give your starters a break. You know what I mean? But that's why Georgia is the best team in college football, because we do all the right things the right way. You know what I mean? Even though me and Jared talked about, a little bit about how he took all of the starters out in the second half, and I did not like that. I did not like that because I feel, hey, I did not like that, man. I did not like that at all. You seen it? I did not.
I was watching the game and doing my Christmas decoration, man. I ain't get a chance to pull up on you,
man.
But I was saying to myself, man, I know damn well Major raise hell.
Man, what?
Starters being taken out.
Man, what? I mean, you pull all of them out, brother. You gonna pull all of them out, and then you got Ryan Puglisi looking mediocre out there. When you could have left the old line out there, leave the old line out there for at least in the third quarter. You could have left him out there for the third quarter, but he took everybody out. I'm like, I get what he's doing. He do it every year, so I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to give the second and third team experience. You know what I mean? Trying to see where everybody's at. You know what I mean? So I get that, but damn, man, like that's why we ain't score, like because you took everybody out.
Well, I will say this. We found out there is a reason why certain players are playing and certain players are not.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
A lot of questions were answered about some players that we've been asking for, asking to see. We've been asking to see a lot of C.J. Wiley.
Now
he ain't ready. He ain't ready.
No, he ain't ready.
Yeah, he a little soft. He got some speed to him, bro. He ain't ready for the SEC hits yet.
No.
That damn them backups on defense.
Yeah.
Now the D-line and the linebackers, now them boys came in there hitting.
Yeah, they came ready this game. I will say that they did came ready this game, but I just feel like rotating them would be, in my opinion, I'm not a coach, but I just feel like I would rotate them more so than just take everybody out. And he did that. He did that too, because I called it on live. I called it. What he did was he put Chris Cole back in because he saw it was getting out of hand. So he put Chris Cole back in. Chris Cole got that big stop. And I'm like, I told y'all, and I was already talking about he need to have at least one starter in. And before I know it, he put Chris Cole ass back in. I said, see, that what I'm talking about right there, because it's going to get too out of hand if you don't have somebody in there that can galvanize this defense and get a big stop before they end up scoring on your ass. You know what I mean?
You know what, Major? I don't think it would have got out of hand. I think when he took Cole out, the D line was holding it down. The only one that was shaky out there was a former starter, Daniel Harris.
Daniel Harris.
I don't know what the hell going on with him, man, but his head ain't on straight. Something going on. I don't know if the Tennessee game, is he having PTSD from the Tennessee game or what, man? But that man ain't been the same since Brazil cooked him in that Tennessee game.
Well, I think for some players they don't
been the same since.
He done reached his ceiling. Like, I don't see him getting any better. I mean, he's been there longer than Ellis Robinson, but Ellis Robinson seemed to be coming along pretty fine. Like they say, looking like Malachi Starks out there catching interceptions, and they ain't. You know what I mean? They ain't targeting him as much like they was in the beginning of the season. They was targeting, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So now he's coming into himself now. So I'm proud about that. I don't know what the hell Daniel Harris gonna do, but he can walk himself right on out the building with the rest of the people that that ain't gonna do nothing or ain't gonna get recruited. I don't know what he's gonna do. All I know is
I'll let him go on Trent. I would let him go on transfer. Man. We got let him go on transfer, man. Because remember, we got that DB coming in next year.
Who that?
That kid from South Georgia, man. He's a 4-star.
South Georgia.
But he's damn good though, man. Yeah.
Damn,
we got coming in from it's a DB we got coming in from South Georgia. I remember him committing.
I would have to go and look at that and see. Let me hold on just a second while I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can pull that up real quick.
But we got the money. I mean, if we talking about 2026, you put the money on one side and you got Ellis Robinson on the other side. But I agree with you. I do believe we need to hit the transfer portal.
Oh yes,
and bring in another DB. We straight at safety. We straight at safety because you got the kid that got hurt in the Auburn game. That the one that they took that touchdown away from.
Yeah. What is his name? I forgot his name, man.
I forgot his name, man.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
But he put that hit on Jackson Arnold on third down, man. Kirby, I was listening to Kirby's presser earlier this morning.
Right.
And Kirby was saying he was hoping to have him back. See him, you may see a little bit of him in the Georgia Tech game.
Okay.
The kid that picked up the fumble and ran it back against Auburn.
I can't remember. I ain't gonna lie. I cannot remember.
I know somebody in the
chat got to remember that.
Yeah, I got a little brain freeze right now.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. Somebody in the chat got to see. But I'm trying to do something on this.
He was playing damn good. He was playing damn good, man, before he got hurt. Before he went down with that injury.
Okay, let's see if we can find that guy you talking about. Can you see the screen? So you said that it was a DB that had this is the 26 recruiting class right here. So which DB you talking about? I don't even see nobody.
Go down. Go down.
Well, this is 26 though. You talking about 25?
Oh. No. Hold on. Go back up. Yeah, Kyron Jones, 225 girl. Thank you. That's the kid I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah, okay,
That's on the
Kyron
team now.
Jones. Kyron Jones.
You looking for the recruit I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. I'm looking for the recruit. Yeah. So who you talking about? Caden Harris?
The kid from Houston County. The kid from Warner Robins, man.
Warner Robins.
Go down
Wait.
He
I
a
see
4-star from Warner Robins.
4-star. Warner Robins.
Jordan Smith. Go back up, man.
Jordan Smith.
Go
I
back,
see him right here.
Down. Go back up.
Nah, I see him. I got you right here. Jordan Smith from Houston County. Warner Robins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him.
Okay.
Him. Pull his highlights up, bro.
Okay, let's pull his highlights up.
Yeah. Hey man, look, man. Daniel Harris, man, he can go on ahead and transfer, bro.
Yeah. Daniel Harris can go on about his business, man. I mean, it is what it is. Ain't no love lost.
They got him listed as safety, bro, but he can play DB. He can play. He can play either way. He's kind of like
hold on.
He's kind of like KJ Bolden, bro. He could play safety, or he could play DB.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into this. These damn. Oh shit. No. Let me go back. Open up the screen, man. I don't know why it won't open up the screen, but it's not opening up my screen.
They take you through all those commercials.
Yeah, I don't like that. Jordan Smith. Why in the hell won't it let me open up the screen? Let me try to go.
You see that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me. I got to try to open up the screen a little bit because I can't watch it small like that.
I can see it on my end. I can see. I'm watching it on the big screen.
Yeah,
I can see it real good on my end.
But I know if with them watching it on the phone, sitting in that little corner piece right there, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I just wanted to have it bigger on the screen.
Kilo Actual 7 said, "What do y'all think about Jerry Curl's gonna do signing 2 weeks?" Man, I'm not really impressed about it, Kilo.
I don't care.
I'm not really impressed about it, man. Especially when I heard that he ain't that mobile.
Right.
He ain't really, he.
Yeah, I didn't care. I don't care because I don't got. Look. This is why I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn right now because now I feel like you got commitment issues. So if you go ahead and you already decommitted one time and recommitted, if you do it again, whatever, because I just feel like you got commitment issues at the end of the damn day. So go on about your business. I mean, we got our quarterback now anyway, so. I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, it is what it is.
Man, we got plenty of good quarterbacks right here in the state.
Exactly.
That Kirby can get. Kirby, we've seen Kirby take a damn walk on.
Now you
turn him into a Heisman finalist.
That's my high. That's my high school right there. Wait a minute, that's Tift County High School right there. That's the Blue Devils. Okay. Well, Well, can you see the screen? Full screen?
Yeah, I can see it full screen.
Oh, okay. So who we
see that boy ball hawk, bro. He's 6'1" too. See, you want your DBs to have a little height on them too, bro.
Right.
Playing against these wide receivers.
Yeah, having a little height on them. Yup. And that speed.
Have a little height on them, bro.
I see that we going for the speed for the most part when it comes to recruitment. We going for the speed a lot. We ain't looking for no big body guys. No, but he's tall.
But you can find one that's fast like that. Like that.
He taking that to the house.
Mississippi State.
Right.
That boy Mississippi State guy, he fast and he long and rangy.
This guy here
got speed too. He got speed. You saw that?
Yeah, he just took out. Yep.
Yeah.
He
got speed. That's what I'm saying, man. Bro, we good in that secondary.
Oh yeah, we loading up.
Good.
Mm-hmm. We loading up. This might be to the house right here.
Yes, sir. That secondary gonna be a no-fly zone, bro.
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah, is he taking it all the way? Oh yeah, he taking that to the house.
Yeah.
He taking this to the house. Yeah, he took it to the house. Oh yeah. I'm gonna watch another one and then I'm gonna cut it off. Okay. All right. So we got a little bit of chat. We got a little bit of, what
Man,
how he played.
and he can hit. You saw that hit he just put on that kid.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying, bro, we good, man.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, we ain't look, man. We ain't hurt for no talent, bro.
Right.
We ain't
No.
hurt for no talent, man.
Definitely not. Definitely not. We good. We good. Hold on.
Let me ask you a question, man. Moving forward this year, I know next year.
Yeah, but this year,
I know next year he gonna play a major part in the offense. But moving forward this year, what would you do with Bo Walker?
I wouldn't. This year, I would just continue to do what he did against Charlotte. Play him in the second half. I wouldn't rotate him with the ones. I wouldn't do that just for his safety. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean he is a small guy. He kind
of stocky though.
Stocky, yeah, he kind of stocky a little bit, but
got more weight on him than Peanut.
Yeah, but Peanut ain't getting
he got more weight on him than Peanut.
Peanut ain't getting no playing time. You see, he ain't the only time you put him in is against Charlotte. Like he ain't nobody, you know what I mean? I think he's good, but I don't want to start. Me personally, I wouldn't have him in there with the starters. Hopefully, is Chauncey Bowens injured? Is Chauncey Bowens injured?
I'm just saying, like by committee, like we would, because I don't know what the hell going on with McCray. I mean, ain't nobody saying nothing about Josh McCray.
Ain't nobody
so now
speaking.
We down to Nate Frazier, Bowens, Cash Jones. I would just use him in passing and blocking situations, man.
Right.
Peanut, man, don't move the pile. He gets it's like he tiptoes. But Bo Walker, man, when I see this kid, bro, I see Swift. I see DeAndre Swift, bro.
Hey man, listen. I just for the safety of having a running back room. That's why I say I wouldn't continue to play him unless it's the second half when we up. You know what I mean? A couple of scores and we can kind of the defense is a little wore out. But who knows? Maybe he is ready for that first half. Maybe he is ready. If we talking,
you're gonna need a third man. Okay, Bowens is banged up. He ain't gonna be. Bowens ain't gonna be what he was in that Ole Miss game. Okay, it's gonna take him a minute to get back to that speed. You know,
you talking about this season, right?
This season, I'm talking about this season.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
We don't know what's going on with McCray. Now McCray was still like getting playing time, and we knew what was going on with McCray. I would agree with you on that. But right now, technically, we are down to two backs. I mean, like in situations where, like, if it's like if we need 5 yards, 6 yards, or something like that, man.
Yeah.
I trust that kid could get it because he's shifty.
Well, I don't think that he's not ready. I just think I'm just speaking in terms of keeping the backs healthy. Because like you say, we already got Bowens down. We already got McCray, whatever the hell he's doing. So just, for the sake of but we're going to have to, I guess, use him at some point. But like you said, a quick little first down when it's like third and maybe 3 or something like that, because he's slippery. He kind of remind you of not Dewan, but Dejon Edwards. How Dejon Edwards like a little small bar of soap. Like he's real slippery with it. So I say, you can use him for that because at this point you may have to, because you're gonna have to take a little bit of the load off of Nate Frazier. But Peanut, somebody 225 girl said Peanut isn't bad, but he got hurt in the Bama game. He got lost in the shuffle once Chauncey and Nate took off. Yeah, I don't think he got lost in the shuffle. I think that it showed that he couldn't bang with the SEC teams, man. He's too small.
That's what it was, bro. That's what it was. He could not bang with them SEC defenses. He was good. He was showing out against Marshall and Austin Peay. Yeah. But when it came time for SEC play, bro, he dang, man.
No, you got to gain some weight, eat some peanut butter sandwiches or something. You gain you some weight before you can, do that because I called it out early in the season when I'm like, wait a minute now. Only time he looked good is on the outside runs. Anytime he ran up the middle, he damn near lost for yards damn near every time. Even this past weekend, going up the middle, he was lost for yards a couple of times. So my thing is, I don't think he's a bad back or anything like that. I just think he need to gain weight and you know, he got to do something because right now you got Bo Walker looking damn good. So he better do something because he really will get lost in the shuffle if if Bo Walker continue to play the way he played this past weekend.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jessica said, what's up, Jessica? She said, I'm so excited for next season. We have the youngest team in the conference, and them boys looking much better next year. Also, DeMelo, he reminds me of Dirty Dan Jackson out there slamming, body slamming. Yeah. DeMelo looked pretty decent. He looked pretty decent, man.
He remind me of Carter Rambo too, man.
I don't know if I want to say yeah. But you know that body slamming it, but hey, listen, it's gonna take him a while before he get the Dan Jackson status, cause we done seen Dan Jackson goddamn rip some heads off. So I say it'll take him a little minute to get to that status, but he's, you know, hopefully we'll see that because we need that at this point. We need to, you know, keep building towards that. But yeah, like everything looks up, man, for Georgia right now. Everything. How you feel about Georgia Tech? Because I know me and Jerry talked about that a little bit too. How you feel about?
I think, you know, hell, they could be 11-0 right now, and I still think we're the better team. I think we could take them. They're not gonna sneak up on us like they did last year. I think Kirby is. I looked at Kirby's eyes in their press conference today, bro. He's like laser focused on Georgia Tech, bro. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Kirby. Kirby want a ring.
Yeah.
He's hungry. It's been what, 4 years, man? 4 years.
It's time to get to it.
Yeah, man. That man want another ring, man.
And I don't think
a taste of it.
Right.
You want some more of it, bro.
Right. And I don't think Georgia Tech is going to be the team to get in the way of that, to be honest. And I know Jared was talking about us, you know, stopping the run when it comes to the quarterback run, but we really haven't been challenged. Like I told Jared, I'm not a perfect analyst when it comes to the, you know, football, but I don't know exactly what Georgia's doing. But if you think of mobile quarterbacks this season, ain't nobody really ran on Georgia like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't find out one quarterback that you and all of them been pretty much mobile. Every last one of them that we played been mobile, but nobody has really ran on Georgia. So if you want to say that we've had trouble with the quarterback run, that was last season. I will say that.
That was last year. It damn sure ain't been this year because Trinidad Chambliss, bro, he ran all over Oklahoma defense, man.
But he did.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Oklahoma got a better defense than us, man. But we shut Trinidad Chambliss' run game down.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was telling Jared. Yeah, he scored he scored one touchdown on us, didn't he? He ran for one touchdown on us. But
he was down there by the goal line.
Yeah, he was exactly. That was the last time we seen him do that. Outside of that, it was no plays this season where I felt like, oh, Georgia is terrible with the quarterback run. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Even though Haynes King
Arnold didn't run on us, and you know he ran all over Bama last year.
Yep, Jackson Arnold didn't run. He ran on us last season too. Jackson Arnold, he ran on us last season too. Wasn't that Auburn's quarterback? Yeah.
No, so, but you know, Jackson Arnold was with Oklahoma last year.
Okay, who I'm thinking about? Who was that quarterback for Auburn?
Thinking about Peyton Thorne.
Peyton Thorne, yeah. So it's been teams that tried, I guess, or not even tried, because Arch Manning was supposed to do some of that also. You know what I mean? But they completely, you know, stopped him from doing any of that. He tried that last season. It didn't really work out for him last season either. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem.
Georgia Tech does not have the O.
No.
They don't have the O-line this year that they had last year to be able to pull that off.
And Georgia,
and they don't have the threat of Eric Singleton either.
No, they don't have that at all. I don't know who their receiver threat is that they have.
Shepard, but he's mid. He's mid. He ain't nowhere near on Eric Singleton level.
And my thing is the way we've been playing on defense. You know, Gabe Harris and guys like that. You know, Chris Cole. You know, all of these guys, bro. I don't see this guy running on this defense like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it. And I think most teams obviously see something that we're doing, and it's causing them to come into that game with a game plan of not trying to run on the defense as much as far as the quarterback goes. You know, so I don't know if he's gonna do a whole lot of running, man. He may, but you know, he may figure like that's all he got. You know, but I don't know, man. I'm not sure. King gonna get his noodles.
This is the difference between our linebackers last year and this year. Walker and Mekhi Williams, they were speed rushers.
Right.
They were pass rushers. They weren't
yeah.
really that good of a run stoppers.
Right.
If you were paying attention. This year, linebackers, they are good run stoppers.
Right.
But they ain't really speed rushers.
Nah. And that's why I said these coaches, you know, for as far as the opposing team, they see what's going on. That's why they not coming into it week to week trying to run their quarterbacks. I mean, you got a mobile quarterback in Trinidad Chambliss or whatever his name is. He didn't hardly do nothing. You got a mobile quarterback in Arch Manning. He ain't do nothing. Most of the teams we've played this season, they quarterbacks are mobile, and none of the quarterbacks tried to really run on Georgia as much. So I don't think
Foley from Kentucky. He mobile as hell, man.
Yeah,
he ran on all.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams that do have mobile quarterbacks, and you know, I haven't seen nobody do it on Georgia yet, and I don't see where Georgia Tech just gonna have this out of nowhere success running on Georgia. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. You ain't gonna be able to beat this Georgia team being one dimensional. That's the problem. If you look at the field, now I'm about to talk about the field. I'm going to break down the playoff field.
Okay.
If you look at the bracket, Major, everybody, with the exception of Ohio State, everybody on that bracket, I'll say Ole Miss too. Separate Ole Miss and Ohio State. Everybody else on that bracket, they're one dimensional. Notre Dame, one dimensional. Oklahoma, one dimensional.
Yeah, definitely.
Texas, one dimensional.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Ohio State, their best players are banged up.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith and
banged up all season, bro.
Yeah. So take him away. Yeah, that's exactly why Ohio State been looking the way they've been looking these last couple weekends, because
they're not world beaters like they were last.
No, that's that. And that's the thing. I think the only team, if we do worry about a team to beat this season, I think the only team we would worry about is like Texas A&M, because that's the only complete team that I feel like. I feel like they. Go ahead.
They can't stop. They can't stop the run, bro.
Well,
Remember, look at that. Look at what Arkansas did to their defense. I'm telling you, man. On the neutral field, think about it now, man. This is why I wanted us to go 11-1 so bad, because I felt like the only way that we could be beat in the playoffs is if we had to travel somewhere. Now that we're gonna get a home game or a bye, I don't see no team in this field that can beat us on the neutral site, bro.
Oh no, I don't believe anybody can beat us. I don't believe it may get close. You may get close, but I don't see no. Close. Yeah, I don't see no team. But the only team that I feel like is more complete than us would be Texas A&M. In my opinion, I just feel like they're a little more complete than us, but then like Ohio State, obviously they're not a complete team. Texas Tech ain't a complete team. Who else? Who else you got out there? Was it Indiana or whoever else?
Indiana have not been tested, bro.
Yeah, and they haven't been battle tested.
Penn State exposed them, bro. If you run delayed blitzes on them, and kind of scheme them up on defense, bro, you can confuse them.
And that's why I said I don't believe nobody could really beat Georgia, because there's no real Georgia don't really have a real weakness. The weakness that we had, we took care of it. We patched it up pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, we like you brought up Bo Walker situation. Yeah, we might have to run Bo Walker a little more, being that you got Bowens banged up. We don't know where the hell Josh McCray is. Peanut ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but outside of that, I don't see no real issues with this team really. The defense still can get a little better, and get, but they do have meaningful stops. They get all the right meaningful stops. So I'm not concerned at all, like as far as any team really. But I know it may be one or two teams that might have a close game with Georgia. But outside of that, I ain't concerned at all. The only way we lose in the playoffs is just how we lost last year, is we beat ourselves. That's a fact. And I don't see that happening this year. That's a fact. It's hard to plan for Georgia because we are so well balanced all over.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah. And it's hard, like I was just talking to Mac earlier, it's hard because Georgia has been so unpredictable, man. You just don't know what Georgia is going to do week to week, because this, like, we might be sleeping the first half, and then the second half we turn on the lights and it's like we back to rolling. So I think a lot of teams they think that they got tape on us, but you really don't have tape on us, because you don't know what we're going to do. You don't know how we're going to hit you. We might have a running day, where our backs is doing real good, or we might have a day where he's done passed for 4 touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. We might have a day where the defense do very well, so you just never know with Georgia. So outside of being balanced, we're unpredictable also. I hope I heard. Go ahead. Let me read this.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you about?
Yeah, Jessica say I heard Joel Klatt say UGA is better than A&M. Yeah, well, I think
a lot of them have said that. A lot of the media have been saying that we are the best team in the SEC.
Right.
And it's a shame that we ain't gonna be able to go to Atlanta and prove it.
Right. It is what it is. It don't, like, the long as we win the biggest game of the season, or get to play for the championship, that's all I really care about anyway. I take that from you, like you were saying in your live, like, hey man, it's gonna get to the point where people ain't gonna give a damn about the SEC championship, and I'm one of them ones. Like, I'm one of the ones that's like, okay, well, damn all that, let's go ahead and play for this natty and win this natty.
Chicken Bones, I see he was mentioning about the incident. That kid was a backup, and I think Kirby handled it perfect. He handled it perfect. He dismissed that kid because I don't know if everybody don't know the whole story, but there was a child involved in the incident.
Yeah,
reckless driving with a child in the car,
right?
Or racing with a child in the car,
right?
That's a no, man. That is a no.
Now, over here at the Dawg House, I normally try to bring all type content concerning the dogs, but being that he was, not a starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We rarely seen him. I just felt like, okay, let me just let that one go. Like, that's not nothing really for me to really be too concerned about and cover.
That dude was on the practice squad.
Yeah, man. So
and a couple of people that's been talking about it, man, they clickbait.
Yeah, just trying to have somebody click on you. You know what I mean? And they ain't really got no real content to talk about. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because I mean, if the only way I'm gonna cover it is if it's a big name. If it's a big name, I cover it because it makes sense. Because it'll be detrimental to the team. But a guy like that's like you say on the practice squad, he's not a factor anyway. So. It is what it is. But appreciate Chicken Bone for throwing that in the chat, though, because some of the people may not even knew about that. I forgot his name. His name was Nayir or Nakir or something like that. Nayir. What was his name?
They asked Kirby about it in the press conference. Kirby immediately said that he's no longer with us on the team. And my hat's off for Kurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got to have zero tolerance when it
Zero
comes to that,
tolerance. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have lost their lives, man, with people racing and drunk driving and stuff like that. One of my classmates lost his life. You know,
and that's why I was saying that in the beginning, like, man, I feel like that might be somewhat of the culture out there in Athens, like, because it don't make sense that season after season, it's not like these guys are together. They don't, season after season, you see different team players coming into Athens that's out here racing. So I don't know, if it's a racing culture within UGA or if it's some of the people but you don't hear no other people outside of the players. So I don't want to say that it's an Athens thing. So it's got to be something within, the UGA itself where these guys is wanting to do these things. Like you said, you got a child involved. I don't even get what's the point in it. Like that's crazy to me, but they young, so they going to make these mistakes. Some of these mistakes going to cost them for the rest of their life too, but hey, if that's what you want to do, all I could say is thoughts and prayers. Yeah, definitely. Mr. Cizo Hawk, definitely. That's why I say.
Hopefully the young man learn from this. Hopefully he learn from this.
Yeah. Shout out to Kilo too. If you just come in and show some love to the Dollhouse, smash the thumbs up, definitely, man, because we all live tonight. It is going on 7:00, man, and I was only supposed to go for an hour, but my man called in, so we had to chop it up. I couldn't chop it up. I couldn't just not chop it up with you, man. But shout out to Jared and also Mac for jumping in and tapping in with me also, man. We had some good talks. But yeah, man, anything else you got on your mind?
I want to ask you, man, how do you really feel about the SEC championship game? Do you want the smoke? And if you really do, who you want? Bama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, who you want?
I do want the smoke. I will say that. I do want the smoke, but I want the undefeated team.
Yeah.
I want the undefeated team. You know what I mean? Some people can say they want Bama. I know most Georgia fans gonna want that get back, but I don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? That was early in this. That was week 3, I think, week 4. So I really don't care about that game as much. I know Chicken Bone News say he want Bama. A lot of Georgia fans gonna want Bama because we lost to him, but I'd rather take the team that's what they is now, 10-0. 9-0.
Nah, they 10-0 now.
10-0. Yeah, I'd rather take the undefeated team. I think it make more sense to me to take the team that hadn't been beaten. You know what I mean? It'll look better for us to beat if they go. Yeah, it'll look better to us if we beat a undefeated team. You know what I mean?
Do you see either of them losing? A&M,
because Bama got Auburn, Bama got Auburn, and A&M got Texas. I really don't, bro. I really don't. To be honest, I don't see Auburn beating Alabama. It may be a close game, but I don't see Bama losing another one. And also, I don't think Texas got what it take. I think we drew all of the blood out of Texas. Yeah. I think Texas don't have what it take to beat a physical team. I think Texas A&M gonna out physical Texas. I don't know, man. I hope one of them lose. I hope one of them lose so we can get in there.
I tell you what, now if Auburn, I like what old boy said. Kilo said exactly what I was just sitting here thinking. If DJ Durkin put that Knight kid in there, give Deuce Knight some PT time, man, he gonna be a problem for Bama.
Right. You said, Mr. Cizo said, anybody who doesn't want Bama is scared. No, I'm not scared. I just feel like it is what it is. It's not being scared of Bama. It's more so of like, if it is Bama, cool. But I would rather take the team that's undefeated, because if you undefeated, that's saying that you're better, pretty much better than everybody. You know what I mean? If you still undefeated, so I want to knock the undefeated team off. You know how good that'll look for us to knock the team that's undefeated off.
Like what we did to Texas last year when we went to Austin. We gave them their first loss.
Gave them their first loss.
That felt good.
Exactly.
Right,
exactly. So I would rather take that team. Like, let's be real. Alabama ain't better than Georgia. So it wouldn't make nothing for us to get that win. I mean, or get that lick back. We know Georgia better than Alabama. That was fucking. Go ahead.
I will say this though, Major. I will say this. Think about this. If we went to Atlanta and see Bama again,
yeah,
and we whooped their ass by like a couple of touchdowns,
and
dominate them. I mean, make a statement like we did in Indy.
Right.
Do you know what that would do to the confidence level of the players?
Yeah.
Moving forward or going into the playoffs with a win like that? You know do you know how much momentum that will give us?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't know if these kids will feel that way. I know as fans, we feel like that like they probably gonna have a whole lot of momentum because it's, you know, they just beat Bama after losing to them. But I don't know if they necessarily gonna feel like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I see what you're saying though.
Because this class is 0-3 against Bama. You gotta remember that they lost to them in 2023, lost to them last year, and lost to them this year. All have been close games.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Like I told Mrs. Cizo, I'm not ducking no smoke now. I believe Georgia can beat any team, especially right now. Too. I'm not ducking no smoke, but at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. My opinion on it was when you initially asked the question, I was just looking at it.
Their first loss.
Yeah. I wanted to give a team that's undefeated their first damn loss. You know, to show everybody that, hey, Georgia, hey, you just never know with Georgia. Georgia can knock anybody off. You know, so as well as Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them also. If we do get to see them, I don't know if we'll see them.
Ohio State ain't been tested. Ohio State has not been tested.
Ohio State, Indiana, neither one of those teams. You know. Oregon, I don't think Oregon ready either. You know, I hear what Dan Lanning be saying or whatever. I'm not really concerned with that either, but I hear him talking. You know, I hear him talking. Dan
Lanning don't want no parts of
he know damn well he don't want no problem with Georgia. That's why I don't know why he make that statement, because you know damn well what Georgia possess.
What statement he made? Wait a minute. What statement he made?
Man, I can't remember what he said. Yeah, Dan Lanning had said some shit. Let me see if I can pull it up and show you what Dan Lanning said. He's about the SEC. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, he said some shit about the SEC. Right. I'm gonna see if it's gonna pull right up. Hold up. Gone to last season. Let me see. Damn, let me see if it's gonna pull up. He's Dan Lanning
outlets. Orange Juice Jones.
Oh, he says. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he said all the news outlets are jumping on the bandwagon of Jared Curtis flipping the Vanderbilt. He can go right on the head, man. I think we'll be good.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
I think that's the only way. Vanderbilt got to flip him, because that's the only way they're gonna be able to hold on to Clark Lee.
Yeah,
that's the only way.
Yeah. So it says Dan Lanning has been vocal about his criticism on the SEC scheduling practices, particularly in the context of late season games against non-conference opponents. He has pointed out that the SEC teams often play less competitive games, which can give them an advantage in the playoff picture. Lanning's comments have sparked discussions about the fairness and competitiveness of college football schedules, especially as the SEC's in-conference football schedule is expected to expand starting in the 2026 season. So he basically just saying, y'all don't play nobody.
You know what I would do if I was Kirby?
What's that?
I would if I was Kirby in the next press conference, I look at the camera, I said, well, Dan Lanning, you got a problem with the way we schedule the week before the Georgia Tech game. How about we schedule a home and home?
Right.
On that weekend.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
I would love to do that. Let's do a home and home.
Yeah,
Does he
Yeah.
want to run that mouth?
Exactly. You get over there and want to run your mouth. Like, come on, brother.
Mhm.
Like, you talking about scheduling lesser opponents, man. Hey, listen. He know Oregon ain't ready for no damn Georgia. He know
That's
that.
what man, if I was Kirby, I would call him. I'd be like, well, damn, well, if. But nobody has asked Kirby about Dan Lanning's statement.
Nah.
But knowing Kirby, knowing Kirby, I wouldn't be surprised if Kirby would come out and say, well, you know, if he got a problem where we scheduling, we'll take Charlotte off and we'll be glad to put Oregon on.
Yeah. We can put Oregon on there. yeah. We can go ahead because I'd rather have Oregon versus Charlotte any damn way. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, we done had our two cases.
I would like to have some P14
right.
out of conference. I remember back in the days, man, Georgia Tech game, Vince Dooley would schedule somebody like Nebraska or Michigan or North Carolina. It would be some good out of conference or some team from a major conference.
Right.
From, you know what I'm saying? Instead of playing Charlotte and UMass and teams like that, man, I would like, you know, to get an Oregon on there or USC or Miami or something like that on the schedule.
I wouldn't mind that at all. That's why I say, you know, he's saying what he's saying, but at the end of the day, who's in your conference that's good? Who's good in your damn conference? Like, you know,
Indiana, Ohio State, and Oregon. That's it. Now we're gonna find out about Michigan.
Yeah, we're gonna find out about Michigan. Yeah. We're gonna find. I got a coworker
because they was hanging with Oklahoma. They hung with Oklahoma. So I give Michigan the E for effort now.
Man, I believe
they just got caught sleeping.
I believe I put my money on Michigan. Without that Jeremiah Smith and that other guy that they got, if they not healthy for that game, yeah, man, I'm gonna give it to Michigan, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give.
Play, bro. Ain't no way in here they gonna miss that game. They gonna shoot them boys up or something. They gonna get out there.
Yeah, for real,
they
man.
Got to have them. They'll not be Michigan without them, bro.
No, they ain't. No. That's why I said I'm putting my money on Michigan. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
You know what though?
What's that?
If that happen, bro, somebody gonna be left out, man. That's gonna blow the whole thing up, bro. It's gonna be some teams that think they're safe right now. Some 10-2 teams now that think they're safe right now. If Michigan pull off their upset Saturday, man, Notre Dame fans better start worrying, bro.
Right.
I think that right there might get Notre Dame up out of there.
Because the last couple of weeks, man, it looked like Ohio State be struggling a little bit, man, these last couple of weeks. And, I mean, just judging by the score, you might look at the last couple of scores and be like, oh, well, they beat this team by 38. They beat this team by 34. They beat UCLA by 48. But if watching the game, it's different. It's different from looking at the score and watching the actual game. You watch the actual game, you be like, damn, like I thought this team was way more dominant. And I understand that you lost two of your top receivers or whatever the case may have been. But come on, man, next man up. You know, even playing Rutgers, I didn't know what was going on in that game. Sitting there watching.
Me neither, man.
Yeah, like Rutgers, I thought Rutgers had a chance. For a minute, I thought Rutgers had a chance early on in the game. I did, you know.
I was thinking they were doing the same thing. Played the starters for a couple of series, and they took Julian Sand and everybody out. But I'm watching the highlights, man, and Julian Sand and that Bo Jackson. I bet they got they played damn near the whole game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what they talking about in the chat? Hey, man, just like Kilo said, we appreciate everybody stopping by the Doghouse. Hit the thumbs up, man. If you just
make sure y'all hit that like button for me.
Hit that like button, support the channel, man. Even if you just peeking in or, you know, just hit the like. It don't cost you nothing to do it. You know, Bobo been in his bag, to be honest. Yes, Bobo has been doing good. Bobo Redemption Tour is popping. Pitt exposed Georgia Tech too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They did. Yes, sir. They did.
Well, you know what it is about Bobo. Bobo Bobo has just gotten a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
That's all he needed to do. Because the man he called some damn good plays, man.
Mm-hmm.
He just need to be a little bit more aggressive. And I think with Gunner, he hasn't been this comfortable with the quarterback like this since Aaron Murray.
Right. And do you notice that we playing old school offense? We playing under center. How many quarterbacks are playing literally under center? Everybody else.
A lot of teams doing that, Major.
They trying
Look
to
at Ohio State.
Ohio under center too?
Man, everybody going back to that old school pro style of the late 90s, early 2000s.
They better
everybody going that spread stuff that was going on with Joe Burrows and Trevor Lawrence and what Tua and all of them was running. That stuff done played out, man. That stuff done played out, bro.
What you mean, out of shotgun?
Going back to the pro style now, the West Coast now.
Man, listen. Listen here. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. We doing it, and we looking pretty damn good doing it. I think that was one of the biggest issues that Texas fans didn't. That was one of their biggest issues. They was like, "Well, damn, Gunnar Stockton been playing under center damn near the whole game. We couldn't get to him. Like how you know what I mean? They looking at it like, how couldn't our defense get to this guy, and he's under center half the damn game? So you know." Hey, Bobo is old school, so that's what Bobo know. You know what I mean?
But if you look at Garner's high school tape, he was on the center a lot. So I think what Bobo is doing versus what he did the first half of the season. Okay, so like the Marshall and the Austin P. Marshall, Austin P, Tennessee, and the Bama game.
Right.
He was playing kind of tight.
Right.
Garner, remember you were saying that when you were doing your watch parties. He playing a little tight. He was playing a little tight, but they're trying to turn him into something that he wouldn't. And remember, you was like, man, put him on the center, let him run.
Right,
let him, you know, take the ball, tuck it and run.
Exactly.
And you see they're doing that a lot now.
Yeah.
Now, what was pissing me off Saturday was I didn't want him running Saturday. I want him. Oh, I was glad when Kirby got him the hell up out of there, man, because it seemed like every other play, Garner was trying to run the damn ball, man. I don't want to save that for the playoffs, bro.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Certain games like that, you gotta save certain type of plays and certain energy for the playoffs. You know, even certain players. You know what I mean? But
it's like they listen. You know what? I'm starting to really believe what you've been saying all year. Like, man, when you it's like, man, everything you said at halftime of that Auburn game, they've been doing it. When you was like at halftime, man, you was going off. You were like, they need to let Garner be Garner. If
exactly.
We're going to lose 3 or 4 games this season.
Exactly.
But they came out there halftime, man. It was like, ever since halftime of the Auburn game, bro, it's like they letting Garner be Garner.
They letting him play his game.
I think that's it right there, bro. I think that's it. And on the defensive side, Schumer is being a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
Dialing up blitz.
That's the difference. Dialing up the blitzes, and it's like he got the right pieces in the right place now. It's like in the beginning of the season, he was trying to figure it out. Who fits best here? Who fits best there? But it seemed like as far as the offense goes with Gunner, he has to be able to play his game. You cannot sit him in the pocket and want him to throw it 30, 40 times in the pocket. You got to mix it up. You got to mix it up, and I've been screaming for that for the longest. Like, man, what are they doing? Why are they trying to, turn him into this pocket passing Carson Beck style? And he's going to start looking like Carson Beck if he sits in that pocket and throws it all over the place. He's going to start looking like him, so he got to mix it up, get in his groove, You know what I mean? And kind of roll out, do his little roll outs and, throw on a run. I think that's his style. I think that if I could say that's Gunner's style, to be that guy that can step up in the pocket, see something, make a throw, go up under center, roll out. Because you notice they didn't have Carson Beck really under center as much because he's too slow to roll out. And if that pressure is coming at him, he go, you know what I mean? So they got Gunner where they need him at, and I'm glad that he's starting to listen to the Doghouse. I'm glad that Mike Bobo is starting to listen to the Doghouse. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's starting to,
because they letting Gunner be Gunner now.
They letting Gunner be Gunner. They letting him be him, and it's starting to show. Even though, and also too, I just feel like he's gotten more confidence. I feel like he's calmed down. You can't see his emotion. He like Carson Beck. You really can't see his emotion. But just because you can't see his emotion don't mean he wasn't calm. I think he's finally got in his bag also. He's confident in the guys around him. He's confident in that O-line that's starting to look like a O-line, right? So I think everything is good from here on up with Gunner Stockton. Yeah.
And another thing I like about Gunner is a leader on the sidelines, bro. I done seen him get up in a couple of player faces on the sideline, bro. Right? And when he on the sideline, he's over there off by himself, like Beck was.
Right. Yeah, I think it was some issues going on with Beck in the staff. I think it was some issues going on. Beck never said anything, but he said one little thing that we talked about, before. But I think it was a thing of them not allowing Beck. He's not used to that system where you got to do whatever they have set for that week. I think because they don't let quarterbacks just be out there freestyling and stuff like that. So I think Beck had a problem with that. And somebody pointed that out to me like a year or two back. They was like, man, if you look at Georgia's offense, you can't be a freestyling quarterback in Georgia's offense. You know what I mean? They run a pro-style offense where you have to go with whatever the plan is set for that week. You know what I mean? You can't just go out there and freestyle. So I'm like, yeah, that is true because they don't allow their quarterbacks to do too much. Mainly it's a take what the defense give you type of thing, and and protect the ball, which that's the main thing for any quarterback. That should be the first thing they should be thinking about, protecting the quarterback and take what the defense give them. So. But, man, all in all, man, this Georgia team is looking good. We can't go nowhere but up. We're going to roll over this team on Friday, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. But
anything else between now and Thanksgiving, or you don't?
Man, I don't know if I'm going to do anything else. Probably nothing else before that time. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that live on Friday, and if anything pops up, I might do something during the week this week if anything pops up. But outside of that, it's just gonna be that live. Yep.
All right, man. Well, hey, man. Hey, well, I'm gonna hit you up on DM, man. Wish you a happy Thanksgiving, man. But I just everybody in the chat, what I'm saying, thank you all for coming out.
Thank y'all for coming out,
man.
My
boy, and hit that like button, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
All right.
And we'll be right back here Friday.
You already know it.
Friday afternoon. Man.
You already know it. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all give Mondo a round of applause, man, for stepping off in the line doing his thing. Right, and go subscribe to his channel too. Tell them what the channel is, the ones that don't know, because I know most of these people already know.
Mondo Black Sports TV.
Mondo Black Sports TV. Go over there and subscribe.
That's your motto.
You already. I already know 225, girl. I just, some people may not know. You got a lot of onlookers and little peekers in here that'll come in. So, go subscribe to my guy channel, man. If you're not already subscribed, man. And yeah, man, 225, girl. Yeah, but yeah, man, I appreciate you, Mondo, for coming in and chopping it up with me, man.
Appreciate you too, man. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night, man. And go Dogs, brother.
Go Dogs. All right, so y'all already know we have those laid back on the back of the porch, drinking a little something conversation. That's what I love about the chat. That's what I love about my guys that call in, Jared, Mundo, even Matt call in tonight. We got to get more of y'all to call in, you know what I mean, so we can chop it up also. But we be having that laid back. We be having that real conversation, man. I'm talking about we be having that, like I say, that next door neighbor, dog talk, and I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? But y'all already know what it is with me, man. It's a dog night, and we done had it, and it's time to get up out of here, man. It's 7:23. I was only supposed to go for an hour, but my guy called, and we had to chop it up, so I went for a little bit longer. But, man, y'all already know what it is, man. I am your host, Major. This is the Dawg House. I can't call in and I'm shy. Man, please, it's all gravy. I don't want to hear that. Mundo put his channel in the chat, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, man. Yeah. Friday is up. You already know that, Mr. Cizo. Mundo is that man. You already know that. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that came in the chat. Y'all already know who y'all is. I ain't got to do a whole rundown. Everybody know who that is. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, Mundo got his own channel, man. You make sure you subscribe to it, Mr. Cizo. Orange Juice Jones. Go Dogs. On the way over there ASAP. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Hey, man, but I'm about to get out of here, man. Y'all have a good night, a good rest of the week, a good Thanksgiving. And you already know you got to stay tuned to the Dawg House because we always going to be pumping out content. You know what I mean? All right, man, I'm about to get out of here, man. Y'all good night, man.